Hey, run this video comparison between the 2018 Apple iPad and the Amazon Fire HD10 2017 here. So quick comparison in specs and price. This guy is $330, and if you want to get the pencil, it is another $100 versus $150. And of course, either of these can use any normal stylus, but there's no actual fancy stylus like the Apple Pencil here for Amazon. Now that is in both are in their base models, so you're paying a bit more than double the price for the Apple than you would for the Amazon. For that, you get 32 gigabytes of storage on both of these. Apple is not expandable, but the Amazon is expandable with a micro SD card. 2 gigabytes of RAM on both of these. You get 264 ppi versus 224 ppi displays. Apple is a 9.7 inch, that is a 10.1 inch. A quick look at each of these. So, of course, on the front you have your little button here with the fingerprint reader to unlock your device. And then you have a front-facing camera on top there. On the very bottom, you have two speakers, lightning adapter. On the side, you have just volume rocker. Top, you have power button, mic, and headphone jack. On the other side, there is nothing. On the back, there is a rear-facing camera. Isn't too bad, but it's not the best. iPad Pro definitely beats it on that. This guy does not though. This one's even worse. The only thing on the front is your front-facing camera. Bottom there is nothing except for the beautiful blue that mine is in. On the side here, you get the micro SD card slot. Top, you have the power button, micro USB. You have the mic, headphone jack, volume rocker. And then this also has two speakers. You have one there and one here. I really like where they have the speakers on this guy. And then you have the rear-facing camera. This is really not a good camera. Apple isn't too bad. This one's not so good. Like I said, you have the fingerprints reader here. This does not have anything like that whatsoever. Alright, now we'll move on to a kind of a speed comparison, doing a few different things. First, we'll go online. Both these have the brightness up all the way. Bluetooth is off on both, and they're both connected to my home Wi-Fi. So, Apple, we will use the Safari, and Amazon, we will use Silk browser. That is what they come with. 1, 2, 3. So Apple is going to win. Amazon likes to have this front page here with local news. So it's of course going to load slower than pretty much any other tablet when it comes to just going on to your browser. But we will go on to Pokemon.com. Let's see if I can hit things correctly here. Make sure I spelled it right. Otherwise you'll get a random weird page. And Pokemon.com. 1, 2, 3. So Apple is done, and now the Amazon is. So it's not much slower on the Amazon. Alright. And next we will hit Request Desktop Site, which I think both of these are pretty much on already. But we'll do it anyway. Yeah, so pretty much we're already on that. As you can see here, they do have a bit of a different display for some reason. Apple, you have to scroll down a bit to get to the featured Pokemon. So that's actually rather interesting. Scrolling down, see things load pretty fast on it. And on that one as well. Go to the Pokédex. Apple, and then Amazon. Things are bigger on the Apple. Just one thing to note. quick note there. Alright. Get Bulbasaur here. So, I don't know if you guys saw this, because this is kind of on the bottom, but it has a little animation here for the stats. The Amazon does not do the animation. Alright. Go to another quick website. That is warframe.com. Which is a very good game. If you guys have not checked it out, I would highly recommend checking it out. So Amazon is destroying. Definitely say Amazon won that time. For some reason, the app was not doing the background like that one is. And we'll hit this. It looks like the war. This guy's already on the, well. See, that one was on its desktop site. This Apple wasn't. You know, it pretty much loaded the same web page, so it's kind of weird why that was. But Amazon definitely won that guy. Next, we'll go to YouTube, just to show how fast it loads if you're using the browser. And of course, I do have the YouTube app on both of these. We'll go to a little bit here for the actual videos. So Apple won, but again, this guy is loading the actual desktop site where this one is not. The cat's tail is getting in the way. So again, we can load the desktop site, of course. But you see, they're both very fast, though. It's actually pretty crazy how fast Amazon is for only 150 bucks. Alright, so now they're both cleared out here. Alright, now let's go into the actual YouTube app here. That will show off video quality and sound quality of both. Alright, so 1, 2, and 3. So Apple, I believe, won that by a little bit. Alright, so of course you have, and these are both on my same account here, so there's nothing, they're on two different accounts. Alright, so go to trending. I think Apple, not sure on that one. Again, they're really about the same. Unloading everything on the page. Amazon, but doesn't have all this extra stuff. Alright. I'm going to search for 4K beta here. Love this video. We're going to turn you down. And we'll make sure that you are turned down at first. Alright. So they do both start playing videos right away. Of course, the Apple had to decide to make a ad for that one. Alright, we'll go to full screen, turn them sideways here. Alright, now we'll look at the, hopefully you guys can see this decently. So quality, Apple for some reason is doing it in 480 to begin with. We will change that to 1080. Amazon here is in 720. Change that again to 1080. One quick note here is Amazon is a little bit of a darker screen than Apple is. In this comparison, they're not that much different. But now if you take the Amazon versus the iPad Pro or the new Samsung S4, Tab S4, you can definitely tell a difference in their brightnesses. And here it's not actually that much of a difference. For the Amazon It's usually a little bit darker. Okay, you guys can't probably really see that. Sorry about that. Hopefully, see on the Apple, there's a big, well, I can't really see. There's a bigger black bars going across the top on Apple. You guys can't really see it anyway. But on the Amazon, it is about a third the size on the black bars. Quick notes. Alright, anyway, let's play a video here. And one more quick note is when you are watching these side by side, you will see that the Apple, the blacks are a little bit more black on it. They're not pure black, but they are more black than on the Amazon. The Amazon tends to have, I would call it light bleed through the screen. You might not be able to tell us through this video, but the Apples, the blacks are more black than on the Amazon. Amazon, they're almost like a gray more than they are black. Video wise, I would say Apple is the winner here. Amazon does not look bad. Red on the beta is very nice looking on both of these. Apple is just a hair bit better looking. It's just a little bit more bright. If you were to have these by themselves, honestly, I don't think you'd be able to tell. And again, my video probably does not do these justice. Right now, we'll go into sound here. So I'll start with the Apple, who again has the side speakers. Turn that all the way down. Next we go into the Amazon, who has, they're also side, but they're kind of on top. I call them the top side. No, both ends. They're actually pretty close in sound loudness and quality. One note I would like to make for personal, as my personal thing here, is that I actually like the Amazon a little bit better because it comes from the top of them instead of from just one side. So it just makes it, no matter which way you're looking at the device, which way you have the device, it kind of stays more constant. Just a quick, personal thing there. But that's not to say that the Apple is bad. That's not to say that the Amazon is any better. Again, they're both decent sounding speakers. Of course, if you go up to, say, the Apple Pro, or even the Tab S4, they're going to be a bit better. Especially the Apple iPad Pro. That one's actually, especially the 12.9, those speakers are amazing on the tablet. Really cool. Alright, so you can see I cleared them both out again. So we are going to go into a little bit of a game here. We're just going to do Temple Run real fast. And put them side by side once again. And see, Apple is winning. Alright. So that's not what I was trying to do there. Okay. So hit play. Both of these are going to be able to run this type of game just fine. Apple screen is a little bit better when you have them side by side. I would like to say that. I don't know why that jumped. Alright, let's try that again with the Apple. I don't know why he jumped instead of, I don't know why he jumped. So for games like this, both of these will be just fine. More intensive games, you'll probably want to get a better tablet in general, but I imagine they can still play even more intensive games for the most part okay. And see, of course, this also works since they both do have the accelerometer in them. As far as like note taking and whatnot goes, Apple comes with, it actually already has loaded on there the pages, the numbers, see keynote, says all that good stuff on here already for you. On this guy, you actually have, I always forget where it is on here, but you have your documents, in which you can create a new document, spreadsheet, or presentation as well. So both these do come with preloaded with apps to do any of that stuff. Of course, both of them can do most of those apps just fine. Now, you can get the Play Store, Google Play Store on the Amazon. All you have to do is Google search it. It takes like 5 minutes to do. That way you have the Google Play Store. And of course, on the Apple, you're going to have the Apple App Store. I can't really say which one's better or worse, because I really don't have a preference. I like them both just fine, personally. Alright, so that's pretty much the end of this video. Just a little bit of a comparison here. I just want to go over a few key points here and kind of give you my idea on both of them. So again, app stores, you can run a Google Play Store on the Amazon. Then on the Apple, of course, you have the Google App Store. Camera wise, Apple is gonna win, but it's okay. I mean, it's not horrible. There's no flash on it though. And I mean, your phone's probably gonna be better than what it is. Amazon, you would only use if you absolutely had to, and even then, you might just say, you know what, let's not use it. It's really not good. Front facing is okay for like if you do something with talking to people through the camera, whatever, it's fine. But Apple is probably gonna be better on both of those notes. And you can see on speed wise, they're both pretty dang fast. They're within a second or two of each other on pretty much everything that you're doing. So wouldn't really say one's better than the other on speed for the most part. At least not, that wouldn't be like my deciding factor personally. Screen, both of them are nice. I will say the Apple is a little bit more brighter and a little bit more sharper. It's a little bit better looking, but again, not by a whole lot. It does have more PPI in it in the display. But really, again, if by themselves, both of these look pretty dang nice, I will say. For doing like word work, both of these will work just fine. Because again, you can download anything from the App Store that you want. I'm personally not an artist, but doing artist stuff, you're probably going to want to go with the Apple, since you can get the Apple Pencil. Whereas with the Amazon, you don't really have anything specific for it, and you just have whatever kind of normal styluses you can find. Pricing again, the Amazon is $150, Apple is $330. So you are paying over double the price for the Apple than the Amazon, and you're actually getting a bit of a smaller screen, 9.7 compared to 10.1. But now the layout of the screens are different. Apple is kind of fatter, but not as tall, whereas Amazon is more tall, but not as fat, or it's a bit more skinny. Width-wise, they're pretty comparable to each other. Let's see, after this entire video, Apple's getting a little bit hot, more near the bottom. Amazon's actually relatively cool. Actually not as hot as Apple is. Breakability, go over that real fast. If you have kids, I would highly recommend getting the Amazon instead of the Apple. I mean, Apple would probably won't break still, but the Amazon again is not even half the price of Apple, and it's made of plastic, so it's not going to break. That's actually one of their Amazon's points, is that it is, well, I think 2 times more durable than an Apple or something like that. So it's more durable for kids. Which one would I recommend? I would recommend both, honestly. I think if you are an Apple fan, you're probably going to go with the iPad. If you don't really care what brand your device is, the Amazon is going to be more than fine for probably 90% of people. Unless you're, again, going to be like an artist and you have to have that Apple Pencil and that precision. Apple's going to win on that. Which one would I recommend over the other? Again, kind of depends on your situation. If you don't mind spending $330 compared to $150, the Apple is going to probably be a bit better device. But again, Amazon is not wrong, and you cannot go wrong with it. It's not a bad choice, and you cannot go wrong with it. Alright guys, thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully this was somewhat helpful. If not, leave me a comment below. And if it was, also leave me a comment below, please. Alright, have yourselves a good one. Goodbye.